So, hello guys. Good evening once again. I forgot to record. And yeah, so I know that most of you all are probably entrepreneurs or someone who wants to, always start a business. So, moving forward, I'm going to explain to you all what UPG is, what the picture in the screen here is, United People Global is, and I'll explain the programs offered by them. So, let me share my screen and we'll be starting soon. Alrighty. All right. So, for those of you all wondering, hope everyone can see my screen. Can someone else talk regarding this so that I'll know that the screen is being shared? Is it working?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Great, great. So going forward, what is UPG? United People Global is basically a platform where it's basically a non-profit platform where they tend to get people, world leaders and leaders of different parts of the world, students who want to do something for the community. They bring it all together, combine collectively, do programs, and make community a better place. So going forward, yes, this is the belief and the mission, and there's so many things as well. So I'll just go directly into what this is and what they offer, and you guys can see later on. I'll share the links, and you guys will know what this is. So, although there are many programs offered by United People Global, two of the main important programs are, one is this, the United People's Sustainability Leadership Program, where they bring people together to build sustainable leaders and have that connection among people. All right. So this program is basically 3 months as well. All right. And from this program, if you perform well in that 3-month program, you will have a chance to represent your country, not just one, as much as you want, for a 2-week program at the United States. Everything's free of charge: visa, costs, accommodation, program, and you'll meet lots of friends, lots of programs. So it's basically not a trip. It's a program where you can meet similar leaders, like-minded people, and build the connection that you need for the future. So I highly recommend that. But today we are not going to focus on that. We can focus on this on a different day. The program that we are going to focus on today is the UPG Biashara program. So you guys must be wondering what UPG Biashara is. What is Biashara? Biashara? Can't even pronounce that name, yeah? So Biashara means basically business. It's a Hindi-based Latin derived name, commonly to business. So as this program is part of India, they connected and gave something, a brand to India as well, and called it United People Biashara program, because most of the sponsors for this program are from India. So this is basically a program for entrepreneurs. If you have an idea, of you're planning to start a business or to make some kind of a pitch, or if you already have some kind of a business, you can apply to this program. They'll train you for 3 months on what to do, what not to do in your business, ethics of it, etiquette part of it. So if you go through that, they'll explain how to enhance your program. Apart from that, one of the most significant things is going to be the funding. If they realize that, yes, your program is going to be interesting, they are going to fund you. It's not just random amount. It's $500 to $1,000, depends on how much you want that you make on your proposal. So on last year's batch, one of the sisters that attended this program, that's Mrs. Hassini, she applied through the Aspire program, and she was able to take a grant around $500. So now she's building her platform on this. So yeah, many Sri Lankans are not part of this. So that's why we decided, yes, we'll give this chance to our fellow Sri Lankans as well and improve on this part. So here you all making the first step. So welcome, and let's go through the session. And I'll explain later how you could apply to this program when the applications are being called and all this. But currently, I'll just go through what the program is. I'll just finish it off simply. All right. Let's go. So before we move on, I'll just introduce myself. I'm Mohamed Hisshan. first year undergraduate at IIT doing AI and data science. It's not related to this, but then I already have a business of mine that I'm currently doing. So that's how I applied to this program, English Pro Hub. So that's why I applied to this program and I got selected. And yes, I'll be sharing on how you guys can apply as well. It doesn't have to be a program that it doesn't have to be a pitch that you already have. It can be an idea. It can be a startup that you already have. You can be 20 years old, 15, 17, 25, even 60, 70s. Who cares? You can still apply to the program. And if you get selected, then you are on board. So what are we going to do today? In this session, I'm just going to give you a brief idea on what entrepreneurship is and how you can, build that idea to create a rapport so that you can be an entrepreneur as well. And we'll do a practical activity if time permits. And above all, we'll leave this session understanding what this program is and how, as Sri Lankans and of different countries, origins, that I saw that there's my friends as well. So how you could, improve and apply to this program. So this is just a basic intro about me, what I did and what my future is with English Pro Hub regarding my business. So we'll just move on to the other parts. So as I've explained, UPG Biashara is just a supporting pillar that you could have where you could build contacts, you can build international contacts and make it to the international stage. So the current president of United People Global is Yemi Babington Ashaye. He's basically an entrepreneur as well, someone who just decided, yes, why not make everyone in this world together? Why not build like-minded people? Why not make a difference in the community? So everything starts with the change. You have a thought, you put water to it, you plant it, and day by day, you go on and you build a community like this. So we'll define what an entrepreneur is. As you know, entrepreneur can be someone who has a business idea or who's already doing a business. So although there are so many key limits to be an entrepreneur, 7 key portals that we as United People Global identify is passion, the tenacity, the action, independent thinking, resourcefulness, and the vision. As you know, every business starts with a passion. I don't have to talk much about it. If you want to do it, you will be doing it anyhow. So tenacity. Now, something happens. So when you start a business, you'll face with so many dilemmas, cost, planning, effectiveness. It all just goes to doom, right? But the ones who keep on doing it, you keep on facing all these challenges and finding a way to, become someone better is someone who has that tenacious capacity to be called as an entrepreneur. So although people can have startups, although people, want to do this thing, that thing, but the most important thing is to, never giving up, trusting yourself on the business, just moving on. All right. So going forward, I would like to say for the newcomers, entrepreneurship isn't hard. It's not that hard if you put the required effort and if you have that mental capacity to hold on whatever that's thrown onto your face. So how come entrepreneurs help the society? Now, let's imagine that you bring up a business. Let's say that it's an English-based business that you're doing. If you go to the rural areas, many people hate English, obviously, when it comes to rural areas. Now that you are in Colombo, it's one of the core main subjects. But when you go to, let's say, Jaffna, Batticaloa, even Mathura, or even Gampaha, I'd say, because my friends hate English. They don't like to speak in English. So why not let them fall in love with English? So if you build a platform that you can create like that, if you make a change in that way, you'll make people who'd understand that better. You'll be able to create more William Shakespeare's, and your country's economy, your country's recognition, your community's recognition, and the vision that you have would increase day by day. So you just have to add that fire to make your country spark, that ignition to hold on to a better place. So going forward, when it comes to business etiquette as part of the core values, there's 3 key visions: recognition, respect, and response. All right. When you have recognition, all right, that's how people are going to recognize you. If you are someone, who's not going to do, does not have that capacity to do something, people are not going to respect you, right? So if you are someone who'd like to get recognition, this is going to be one way. And respect. Just because you are egotistic saying that, yes, I created a business, doesn't make you someone better. Even though if it's a hard or a low business, you give them respect, because the only way that you are going to gain respect is the way by giving it. By giving it back, you'll be getting it back again. So, and the response. If you are planning on doing pitches, if you're planning on, meeting people to do this, don't let them on wait. Just go on, talk to them, meet new people, explore the world. There's so many opportunities. So if you have to improve your business, you start by researching. So, as you know, social media is going to have a key part in your business, because this is 2026. We are in Gen Z. And if you don't know how to use social media and market it in that way, your business is going to be a doom. I have zero doubt on that. If you don't know how to use social media and targeting ads, you are going to fail. So work on that. Search how you could improve your platform's social media base. Day by day, you'll be able to learn new things and adapt when it comes to the future. So how does social media value your business? So social media can help your business in many other ways. Let's say that you want to meet some people. Go to LinkedIn, type everyone in your field, send them connections, talk to them. Obviously, they're going to help you out. Yes, some may not help you, but most are definitely going to help you out. So reaching out is a key part of being an entrepreneur. And knowing what your target audience and thinking if your business is going to be something successful. Now, if you are someone who is going to, build a business in telephones, obviously, the landline numbers, people are not going to use those these days, right? Everything's changed. Everyone has their own phones. Landline business is going to be a doom when it comes to the future now that the technology has advanced. So if you start a business on that topic, obviously, it's going to be a doom. You're going to fail. So have a clear mindset. Use those SMART goals to think creatively on what kind of pitch, what kind of business that I could do so that I could accumulate profit and I can make a change in the society. All right. Before I go further, is there any questions? I would like to, talk to a few guys, get your idea on what this is, how it's going on, because there's a Q&A session at the end as well. Is there anything else? All right, I'll take it as a yes and go on. All right. So in this part, we'll be explaining about what customer service is. As everyone knows, having your customer is the base. Getting your first customer is going to be very hard because it's part of being an entrepreneur. Everyone gets it. Even I had, even you guys will have. But once you get that, if you perform your part, not 100%, 110%, obviously they'll leave a good review. One, two, they're obviously going to share it with others as well. So customers are the key. Those are vital elements. I'd say they are like air when it comes to your business. So if you can find your first customer and give them that great satisfaction, obviously they are going to help you out. So another thing that I'm going to cover is corruption. Obviously, corruption is going to be part of life everywhere. Even when it's school, university, business, startups, everyone is going to be part of this corruption thing. So if you are someone, who's facing this corruption, find ways to live out of it. Yes, you can earn good money through that, but as UPG, United People Global Leaders, we do not follow that way. And sustainability. So sustainability is going to be a vital part of United People Global. As we are a part of the community where UN is connected, we must have a business that is relevant alongside this. So what is sustainability and what are these sustainable development goals? So if you are going to, create a business that is, going to apply for this program, you need to follow the sustainability development goals. So these are the SDGP goals. There are 17. So if you are going to start a business based on that, make sure that you adhere to all these 17 sustainability development goals. So because the only way that they're going to give you money, grant money, or make you part of this program is if you follow these 17 ones. So make sure to understand that and keep on your mind what these are, and it will be helpful for you guys. So with that being said, I just want to, talk about what entrepreneurship is. So what do you guys think? Are entrepreneurs born or made? Any ideas? I would like to hear a few words. What do you think? I just said both. It can be anything. What's your view on this? Can someone talk? Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? You are an entrepreneur of Atrilite. So what do you think? Are entrepreneurs born or made? What made you, start to
Uh,
do your business? Yeah.
yeah, I may tell usually entrepreneurs are made, right? I mean, the environment and their network and entirely their lifestyle they had been right. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what usually drive them towards their goal or even make them think, I mean, kind of out of the box, usually seeks problems and try to figure out how to solve that
Mm.
and make that opportunity to cash out or even provide services, right? Or
Yeah.
goods. So
All right.
I think bonding as even though there are a lot of people with generational wealth, they born right. They born within an environment where the entire family members and friends are entrepreneurs and still become. I mean, becoming a employee or even becoming a person who have zero ideology about entrepreneurship, right? So I think it's more about the entire environment that crafts a person into an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. So it's your belief
it's
that
just my own.
entrepreneurs are made. Well, I think otherwise. Well, entrepreneurs are born and they are made as well. So it depends entirely on your viewpoint on how you take it. Yes, obviously, no entrepreneur cannot. We can't say that they can't be born. Obviously, if your father is someone who is rich, you can follow that path and start your own business. You're born into that. So you have to make sure that you are making 100% of that opportunity. But most entrepreneurs I know, they are not born. They suffered the same way everyone else suffered. And that's the reason they are in good places. So how can we support these entrepreneurs? So there's like so many programs. Just like UPG, there's something called the Aspire program. I'll do a session on that later on. But most probably, you'll be able to know that if you find someone who's an entrepreneur, just go help them, because we are all brothers and sisters, and we are all have to have some kind of stage where we'll have to have our own business to survive this economy. If you don't have that, then obviously everything is going to collapse. So find someone, find a partner, trusted partner that you could support with your journey, and build a community in Sri Lanka. We'll build something like this, get people into it, all right? And we'll just uh, share them sessions and opportunities so that they can get the best use of it. And yes, and make Sri Lanka something better, because I always wanted to see my country shine in global stages. And I believe that this program, United People Global, is something that, can make change in us. So with that being said, I'll just like to wind up the session, and I'll just show you guys how we could apply for this program and finish it off. So it's not that hard. So yeah, here we go. All right. So if you could see, I'll share the links in the group later on. This is the UPG Biashara portal. You can apply or you can nominate an entrepreneur. If you nominate an entrepreneur, you have a high chance of getting it, because they'll just review. Because if someone else says that, yes, this one is better, then obviously they're going to nominate. So you just have to click the apply now button, and you'll be directly moved into this section of what United People Global is. And if you could see, the portal will open, the application will open on September 1st every year, and it'll start on Jan or December for 3 months. Then you'll have to do the project submissions and then apply for this program for fundings. So you'll be able to, get a good funding, because obviously Sri Lankans have got it last year, the year before. There's very less Sri Lankans. So obviously the allocation they have to our country is very less. And that's obviously gone to a fatal position now, because no people are applying for this program. So if you can apply for this program, they'll allocate more funding to our country, and the more the people, it's merrier the amount is, and everyone can have, you know, have something at the end, you know, to even start their business. So I highly encourage to do that, and make sure that your business, find a way to make your business something that adheres to the UPG sustainability development goals, because it is vital. Because no matter what competitions you apply for, you know, pitches you apply for, what they solely see these days is if it comes directly under STGP. So apply on that, and I'll share all the links later on. If you want to get updated, you're more than welcome to apply to become a member of this community or to become a champion. But to become a champion, you have two ways: to get money or be a member and do enough work so that they'll know that you are part of this program, and they'll make you a champion. So this is just the user interface of what the program is. If you could see, this is my profile. I joined this program over 2 years ago now, and and just, you know, if you are more active in this, you know, you will have more chances to get enrolled to the leadership and entrepreneurship program. So just go on, and you can, you know, collaborate with people, just talk. Just if you see this program, you'll know what's going on. You'll it's a different community. You'll get to meet new people. You'll just, you know, it'll be a totally different experience. So try it out, guys, and make sure to join, be a member, so that you will get updates from United People Global itself on what the programs are happening on. And yes, we'll do something to make Sri Lanka better again. Now we only have 2 minutes, and we'll start the meeting once again. If you guys want, you can join and, you know, share a few testimonials. So, are there any questions? Are there
Yeah,
any questions?
Hisham,
Yeah,
may I ask something?
yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
so I mean, you have explained about the importance of communication, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it's come to the international language, which is English.
Mm, mm.
So, what do you think about this? I mean, the gap between entrepreneurs and this English, because I mean, a lot of people are still, I mean, they are trying so hard to expand their business or trying to, I mean, provide their service. They have a great idea, they know exactly how to execute it, but still end up without providing the thing, right? Because a lot of times they end up struggling with communication.
Mm.
So, but what do you think? I mean, what would be your advice or any recommendation for the entrepreneurs who really uh, facing this problem, especially when it's come to communicating, even international clients, they are struggling with expanding their business, right?
Yeah.
So, what would be your, advice or any suggestions from you?
Yes, I'll just reply to your comment after the meeting restarts, because there's only 1 minute less. So, guys, the meeting will be started again. So, hope you guys will join back once again. Thank you all. Sam, so hi, are you there? Sam? Sam? Hello? So until Sam comes, guys, is there any questions that you want to ask? Any clarifications on how to apply? Is there any other questions that you want to ask? I'll just until Sam comes, I'll just show the portal on how we did it, so you guys can have an understanding of what this is, right? So if you go here, so this is the learning portal. So this is the learning portal. Basically, I'll just show how it happens. So they take orientation events, and there's class attendance of each session. So these are all the sessions that has happened. So after the sessions, there are quizzes that you have to do. I haven't done it yet. I have to submit it. So so thing is that then you'll be assigned with a tribe. So tribe is basically people from different countries. They'll assign 10 people onto you guys, all right? And you guys will be a team. And your team, so when you apply for these programs, there's like competitions. So if your team performs well, all right, if a team performs well, they'll give you guys extra grants. So all those team members will not be from the same country. So they'll divide everyone from each different countries. So in mine, I got friends from Namibia, Ghana, America, India, Brazil, USA, and one from Samoa and another from New Zealand. So we all became family. So if you want to take it to the international stage, and if you want to have like branches in different countries, there's your chance. You meet a lot of people. You'll get to those connections. You'll get help from that. They become your family for the next 3.5 months, 4 months, and you just get to meet new people. So then you will have to assign a tribe Sherpa or as a tribe leader. So if you are a tribe leader, you'll have to submit these assignments that you have. Then they'll
Don't scare.
Who is the package?
So it's something like that.
On the toilet. On the papa's. Papa.
And yeah, so Sam, answering your question, you're there, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. So answering your question,
right.
Sam, yes, communication is going to be a key part when it comes when you become an entrepreneur. So you're from Mullaitivu, right? So if you are still in Mullaitivu, I don't think that you'll be able to get all these opportunities that you have now. So how you could improve that language barrier part, it's always going to be a problem. Obviously, English is going to be a main vital issue. So if you learn new languages, you'll get to meet people from different places. You'll get to meet lots of new people. Even with Sinhala, if you don't understand Sinhala, yes, you'll never reach the Sinhala market or the target audience, friends. So what you have to do is now to improve your English, you just have to go for events, go for programs, meet people, mingle with all those people from different backgrounds, because that's the only way that you're going to improve your language skills. And that's the only way you could improve your connections. Because if you are not going to go out there and meet people, you are going to lose opportunities that are coming in way. The ones that come in your way is going to go off. So have an open mindset. Yes, sometimes people can be hard. Not everyone is going to help you, but trust in the process that you will meet good people along the way. You'll have great memories. You will be able to speak with them. And while you're speaking with them each and every day, you'll be able to improve your English, because not just your English, your other languages as well. Because as someone who have, been part of this program or being part of this community, the one thing that I understood is that if you mingle around with people, you become part of them. When you become part of them, you will get whatever they have as well. So you'll improve your English, your Sinhala, Tamil, just go on and apply for different programs. No matter what comes, just keep on applying to everything. Even if you don't have time, keep on applying, because in order to improve your business, no one's going to come and knock at your door. You just have to go and seek opportunities. And that's the only way that you can, interact with people. Someone, even applying to UPG Biashara, if you meet someone from Nigeria, if you want to scale your business abroad, then yes, there's your friend coming that way. So that's the thing. If you search for opportunities, you're going to meet like-minded people, and that's how you're going to close that gap between them. Hope I answered your question, Sam.
Yeah, Hisshan, that was great. Appreciate it. Can I ask you something else?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, can you again explain what actually the tribe? I mean, in UBG Brasha, you explained that
Yeah,
about the tribe assignment, right?
yeah.
But what exactly that is?
So tribe is basically your team. When you are assigned to a university, you'll be divided to do projects with certain teams, right? So similarly, in this program also, you'll be meeting tribes. So each tribe has 10 members, 10 plus above, and each member is from a different country. So while the program is going on for 4 months, you'll get tribe assignments, to complete tasks as a team to improve your leadership and that family or oriented stuff. So if you meet people from different countries, so let's say you meet someone from USA, someone from India, then you will have access to those markets. You can understand what's going on. You can ask them how you can, scale your business to different countries. So that way, you'll meet people from different backgrounds. So tribe is basically your team for the entire 3 months. And when you're assigned to a team, they have competitions. They have like events. If your team performs really, really well, you're going to win prizes at the end of the ceremony, and it's just not the prizes that you think. It's not just like $10, $20. It's going to be around 500 to the $1,000. So it's a really great amount of money, and this is a great platform because this platform just really gives out money to all the entrepreneurs. If your project is under the SDGP goal, and if you pitch your part really well, then yes, you will be getting that grant that you're needing, because money is obviously one of the main problems when you start a business, and that part will go away from this program. Not just this program, there's so many other programs. For me, from out of all the programs that I've attended, UPG is international. Some one event that won't fade away soon. It's a large community. You will be able to meet many people inside. So tribe is basically a team that you can, follow along in your pathway while you are in this program. So I hope I answered your question as well. So others, are there any other questions? All right. All right. Hi, Santatra. So guys, Santatra is one of my friends all the way from Seychelles, Madagascar. So he's from my tribe as well. And yes, he's here to support me today. Santatra, so do you want to speak a few words of our tribe on how it's going on?
Uh, Hello everyone. I cannot open my camera because I just got home. Hisshan knows that I'm always traveling around Madagascar for the project. I wanted to say hi to everyone and to say that UPG is a great journey. We meet many people like Mr. Hisshan right here. We have many opportunities and we learn many things. So I'm here to support my brother here and to invite all of you to join the journey because there is many things that you'll get from UPG Biashara. And that's all.
Thank you, Santatra. Yeah. Yeah, this is basically just a community, guys. You build relationships with people, you meet a lot of people, they become your family. So I ask everyone to, just apply for this program. It's fine if if you're not selected, you apply next year, because get into this program, I applied for 3 years straight. I got rejected 2 years. And this is my third year. I applied it with my business, and here I am meeting new people. So similarly, that way you will be able to help find friends as well. So with that being said, are there any other questions before we wind up this session? There's Guguletu as well, all the way from South Africa. That's another person that I met through UPG. Guguletu, are you there? Do you want to share a few words of what UPG is and how you're enjoying the session?
Hi everyone. Hope you're well. My name is Gugu Letu Mahlangu, and I am a UPG Biashara candidate for 2026. And UPG has really inspired me to, first of all, be confident, because I think that as business owners and startup um, founders, it's very difficult for us to put ourselves out there because we're too focused on our businesses. And what UPG BSR did is it brought experts from all the facets of business, from our communication, from our finances. We even had a social calendar where we'd all communicate and talk to each other about our businesses. We also had experts coming in, teaching us on marketing, on social media and personal branding. So UPG BSR, I think, is like the hub for entrepreneurs. And once you become or certified as a UPG BSR candidate, you are able to take the knowledge that you've learned and pass it on to your community. And I think that's one of the biggest values of UPG BSR, that it's not just a training that only fixates on you as the individual. You meet a lot of people from around the world who are just like you and who are getting this knowledge for free, and naturally assume responsibility to take this knowledge and pass it on to their community. It's actually part of your action journey learning when you're part of UPG Biashara. So for me, to keep it short, I am very excited that I am part of this, and I would encourage every single person to join UPG. Thank you.
Thank you, Gugulatu. Thanks for those kind words. And yes, we are all part of this community. So we all meet in our social calendar days, and we just talk to us about our businesses and how we could improve the problems we have, the fundings and the programs. So if you all join, it's a great chance, guys, to meet the international platform. And this is where everything starts. Go for the application, submit it on time, do the pitch. So although the pitch to do, so you should submit a video for 1.5 minutes on what your project is. So don't get disheartened by that, because many people I know don't like to speak. They don't like to record the video, so they don't apply. But no, if you want to get the chance, you have to make that first step, and that first step comes right now, right here. So, with that being said, I would like to wind up the meeting. And this Jabulo here as well. Jabulo Menzebele. Jabulo, how's it going? I think he can't speak apparently.
Yeah, everything's going well, brother.
Hi, bro. How's it
Hello?
going? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can just say everything is going well, bro.
All good. So,
I'm Jabulo guy.
yeah, so Jabulo is also an entrepreneur like us. He's from Eswatini. So this is the thing, guys. You meet a lot of people here, so you can scale your business, get knowledge from really high researchers, analysts, doctors. There's everyone in this platform. So with that being said, I'd like to wind up the meeting. Before that, I would like to ask a few people, how was the session today? Can you guys just give an intro or just a few words on how the session was? Do you guys like it? Is there something that I could improve in the future? Can anyone, speak a few words regarding that? I'd be grateful.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed the session. Like listening to people, learning a lot from them. Overall, the UPG Biashara session, since March, yeah, I did learn a lot from people from different parts of the world, and it did help me to grow individually as an entrepreneur. I learned a lot of things. So at least now I know how I will grow my business. Like, yeah, I have a direction now. Yes.
Yes, Jabalu. Thank you. How about others? Sam, do you want to speak a few words? You raised your hand.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Hisshan. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. So I'm Samson Leon. I'm currently doing first year of AIDS, which is Artificial Intelligence and Data Science degree program, and trying to become an entrepreneur and trying to make a business out of it. So that's all about that. That's all about me. But I just want to ask something before my feedback from your entire tribe. So a lot of times, most of the times, especially when it's come to the first generational entrepreneurs, we get I mean, even though we get an idea for a problem, we don't get a proper idea, right? I mean, as we work on the idea get refined into a business model, right? Because as for example, let's say if we got a even though if we got an idea solution for a problem, then only we will figure out, okay, these are the legal laws we have to follow, and these are the financial things we have to cover, these are the tech stacks we have to cover. So there are a lot of things we have to focus on, right? Even though we have an idea. So in the state, what would be advice from you and your team for entrepreneur to create a good team? Because right, I mean, let's say for a sports, when it comes to sports, usually every single sports team member, they know exactly what they are going to do, right? Because the rules are already written. They know how we are going to play the game, what we have to do, what we have to don't. But when it's come to entrepreneurship, we will figure out as we work, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
today, I mean, we may have a different entire business idea today. Tomorrow it shifts to something else as we figure out some problem or any market potential. So in the state, while we are keep changing our idea, keep changing our rules and our work structure, and also our SOP, right? So in the state, how a team leader might motivate their team members in order to perform great, and I mean,
Okay, I
create that
understand.
idea into a real world business model. So in the state, usually, I mean, the team members, they might get confused, and in some instance they might lose the trust and motivation on the business model, because sometimes the business model keeps changing, right? So what would be advice from you and your team members to keep the team motivated and create a healthy environment into that entrepreneurship life?
So, Guguletu, would you like to answer that question? So the question was, he's asking how, we could motivate the team members and, keep them in the game, although when things become tough.
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. I really appreciate it. For me, motivation is a very tricky one because, motivation has to start from you as an entrepreneur. And at the same time, we are also quite aware of the challenges that we face from our different countries. At UPG Biashara, we had people from the Middle East when we were still at the peak of the war. We had people from different African countries with different time zones. So sometimes motivating other people is not about like the hype. It's about connecting to people on what matters to them at a specific time and what needs to be done. So you need to have empathy as a UPG Biashara candidate. You need to understand that we have different cultures, we have different ages, we have different um, traditions, and you understand the person and you respect the person, and you become kind of like a guiding light in someone's life. You don't know what they're going through. So at UPG BHR, we have groups on our learning platform where you can engage with your fellow UPG Biashara candidates. You can also engage with your tribe members, and you can constantly just post on the group and remind people of why they're part of UPG Biashara, the importance of entrepreneurship, offer an encouragement. And that's what we did with some of the people in our tribe that weren't coming to meetings. We reached out to them. We did our best to make sure that we all go through the journey together. Thank you.
Hope it answers your question, Sam. It was beautiful. She just covered everything top notch. So I hope she answered that question, Sam. So yes. So a few other friends are here. I just told them to come. Philip is here. Helen is here. So it's just friendship that just builds. So before we wind up the session, does anyone... hi, Helen. Do you want to speak a few words?
Hi. So I just wanted to find out if we can also use this session as like a submission for all our training, mini training, or it's just yours.
Oh, it's just mine. I'll explain that to you later on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, is there anything that you guys want to say before we wind up the session about the session on how it was? Is there anything to improve, or is there anything that you want to do? Just shoot me up a question in WhatsApp. I'll be happy to help anytime. Does anyone want to say a few words?
Yeah, Hisshan, is it okay if I mean, I know I'm keep talking again and again, but is it okay if I tell some recommendation or feedbacks?
Sorry?
So, yeah, I know I'm keep talking, but is it okay if I say any recommendation or feedbacks regarding this?
Yes. Go on.
Yeah, first of all, you actually target the main pillars, right? When it's come to the communication, and exactly you explain exactly what is entrepreneurship and the importance of marketing, especially when it comes to the social media marketing agents, social media marketing and attention economy, right? So that's great. One feedback from me is in your slides, I have mentioned that you had mentioned some of the quotes, right, from Napoleon Hill and from C.J. Walker. So I think before changing the slides, it would be better to explain those quotes because a lot of times these quotes change people's life, right? At least personally for me, these quotes change give a lot of clear point of view regarding a lot of things. So that's my feedback about this.
Okay, thanks, Sam. I'll make sure to include that next time. All right. Guys, others, does anyone want to add a few words of today's session? Was it okay? Did you get an idea on what this is?
Yes, Hisshan, thanks a lot for the session. I got like you had invited me before as well to join this program, but I was busy with my exams. I'll make sure that next time that I'll also be a part of this program so that all rising entrepreneurs can work together. Thanks for this awareness session as well.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. Others, do you want to add a few words?
I'll just
entirely
no,
perfect,
sorry.
Hisham. So honestly, so I would like to say I'm also kind of peaked to join this since I'm personally an introvert when it comes to usually socializing with people. But other than that, I need to somehow figure out my things. Personally, I should get some kind of a brand idea and all of the things so that I can get a little bit awareness of how businesses work because I'm a person with zero experience behind this. So this would be a perfect start for me also, honestly.
All right. Thanks, Ajit. Thanks. Yes. Yes, Gugulute. Yeah. You wanted to say something?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to say to you, Hisshan, thank you so much for organizing this. Actually, personally, I came late, but I'm really glad that I got the bulk of the information that you were sharing. And yeah, well done to you, and thanks for sharing information. Thanks.
Thanks, Guletu. All right, guys. With that being said, I'll be closing the meeting now. It's almost 10 as promised. We are always on time. We are entrepreneurs. So see you next time. See you all later on. So hopefully we'll be able to do something for our country and community to make this world a better place. So see you all next time. Good night. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.